Hello students, very good morning to all. Hope you are doing well. So you can see here students, today we are going to discuss this chapter motion and time, which is chapter number 10. We have already discussed this chapter in our Google Meet classes. Now through these video lectures we will cover the chapter once more. So if you have any doubts, so you can clear it from here. So students, let us discuss the chapter. But before going to start the chapter, let me tell you what are the things that we will discuss in that chapter. Okay. So firstly, we will discuss about speed. Okay, what is speed? How we can measure speed? What are the units of speed? Okay, all the things we will measure or we will discuss in this chapter. Secondly, conversion of units. That means how we can convert the unit. If the unit is in, you can say kilometer per hour, how we can convert it into meter per second, and all the things we will discuss. Then we will discuss about distance time graph. Okay, how we can draw, how we can picturize the distance time graph and all the things. And nextly, we will discuss about, you can say, measurement of time. How we can measure time in ancient days, how people measure the times. Okay, all the things we will discuss. So students, let us start with the introduction part. You can see here, it is written in the introduction part that the distance traveled by an object in a fixed interval of time, okay, helps us to decide which one is faster or slower. Definitely, the distance traveled by an object in a fixed interval of time, definitely if in a fixed interval of time, two objects are there and one covers more distance, then you can easily say that the one object which covers more distance is the faster. Now let us take an example. See that you and your friend start pedaling bicycle at the same time from the same place to your school. Okay, so distance is fixed here. Your friend reaches the school first. Okay, here your friend reaches the school first. In this case, distance covered by both of you is same. Definitely, okay, distance is same. So one who takes the shortest time to cover this distance is said to be having the higher speed. Okay, so basically who covers, you can say, the distance in very short time, so we can say that it has a, you can say, higher speed. So let us discuss this speed first of all. What is speed? To compare how fast an object moves, we calculate the distance covered by in a fixed time. Okay, so basically this is the, you can say, one line definition. The distance covered by a fixed time is called as speed. Okay, so the fixed time is usually taken as 1 second or 1 hour. Okay, so anything you can take 1 second or you can take 1 hour also. The distance covered by the object in a unit time is known as speed. Okay, so what is the definition of speed? The definition of speed is the distance covered by the object in a unit time. Okay, what is unit time? Unit time means fixed time. Okay, so the distance or the standard unit of speed is meter per second. Okay, now let me tell you what is speed. Speed is equals to, if I write here that what is speed? Speed is equals to, you can say, distance divided by time. So what is the unit of distance? Definitely the unit of distance is meter. Okay, in SI unit the unit of distance is meter, and in SI the unit of time is second. So what will be the unit of speed? Meter per second, definitely. Okay, the speed of fast moving object like, you can say, train or car are usually measured in kilometer per hour. Okay, so the speed moving objects, they measure their speed in kilometer per hour. In your, if you have a vehicle, if you have a motorbike, if you have a scooty, so maybe you will find out that in the speedometer or in the dialer you will find kilometer per hour the speed is measuring like this. Okay, it is written like this, kilometer per hour. When we say that the car is moving with a speed of 60 kilometer per hour, it implies that it will cover a distance of 60 kilometer in 1 hour. Very important students, this question easily come in your examination, that if it is written 60 kilometer per hour, then what does it means? So you have to write it means or it implies that it will cover a distance of 60 kilometer in 1 hour. Okay, so this is the basic concept of speed. I hope you have understood it. Okay, now let us discuss the next portion. This is the very basic part of speed. Let us discuss the measuring of speed. How do we can measure the speed? So basically measuring the speed, so we have already discussed this formula that if an object cover a distance d in time t, so its speed s can be written by this formula. So basically this is the formula of speed, or you can write here speed is equals to distance by time, or s is equals to d divided by t. Okay. So this is the formula. By using this formula you can easily find out the speed. So after measuring time and distance, we can calculate the speed of an object. Definitely if we want to calculate the speed of an object or s, we need two things. One is, you can say, distance, and other is time. Okay. So these two quantities we have to know to find out our speed. Okay. Now let us move to the next portion. There is an activity. Which activity? Activity 10.1. So what this activity tells? So basically this activity tells us, this activity 10.1 tells us that draw a straight line on the ground with a chalk or chalk powder. Okay, so basically you have to draw a straight line with a chalk powder. Now ask your friend to roll a ball along the ground in a direction perpendicular to the line. Okay, so perpendicular to the line means this side. This is perpendicular to the line. So I am just rolling a ball towards the line. Okay. Note the time in the stopwatch at the moment the ball crosses the line. So what you have to do, when you just push the ball, you start your stopwatch, and when the ball will come to this portion, okay, that means just crosses the line, you just stop your stopwatch. Okay. Now calculate how much time does the ball take to come rest. Okay. So basically you need to, you can take measure the time. Now measure the distance between the points where the ball crosses the line and where it comes to rest. Okay. So you have to measure the distance also, and repeat this activity with other friends and record your observations in table 10.1. So this is table 10.1. What this table says? Name of the friend. Basically different 2 or 3 of your friends will do this activity. Distance covered by the ball in centimeter. Okay. So you have to find out what is the distance covered by the ball and what is the time taken, and we have known, if we have distance, if we have time, we can easily find out the speed. So basically you have to find out the speed here. Okay. So very easy one. I hope all of you can understood this. Okay. So let us discuss the very important portion of the chapter, that conversion of unit. Okay. First chapter speed we have already discussed. Okay. The definition of speed, you can say the units of speed, all the things we have discussed. Now let us discuss that the conversion of units. Okay. Now just have a look. A falcon flies with a speed of 320 km per hour, while a man runs with a speed of 100 meter per second. So who moves faster? Here unit of speed of falcon is kilometer per hour and unit of man is meter per second. So compare them. So if we want to compare them, we have to convert them in the same unit first. Okay. Otherwise how can we compare? So students, it is written that speed in kilometer per hour. What you have to do? You have to convert it into meter per second. So just have a look that the speed of falcon, it is 320 kilometer per hour. I am writing here, it is 320 kilometer per hour. Now if we convert it into meter per second, so what will happen? 320 will be there. Now 1 kilometer is equals to how much meter? Definitely in mathematics you have read all this. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. So we have to multiply by 1000. And you have to convert this hour into second. So 1 hour is equals to how much second? 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Okay. So this will be your calculation and you will get this. Okay. So this is the process to convert this speed, which is in kilometer per hour, into meter per second. Okay. So I hope you have understood this conversion. Very easy one. Okay. Now let us do one thing. Let us take more example, that 120. Now if we convert this 120 kilometer per hour into meter per second, so what will be? So it's sorry, not 120, it is 112. So 112, okay, into 1000, okay, divided by 60 into 60, and this result, the result which will be there, it will be in meter per second. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to multiply into 1000 and you have to divide it by 60 into 60. That means 3600. Okay. So that is the process to convert it. Okay. So there are many speeds are given. So what you have to do? You have to convert all the speeds into meter per second. Okay. So this should be done by you. Okay. Just do it. One is given for you and we have discussed one example. So there are 9 examples are there. So quickly do it. Okay. So what do we conclude from the table? We can conclude that if we know the speed of an object, we can find the distance moved it in a given time. Okay. Now let me tell you two more things. What we have discussed? We have discussed that speed is equals to distance divided by time. Okay. Speed is equals to distance divided by time. If we want to find out the speed, we have to know the distance, we have to know the time. Now students, tell me one thing, if we want to find out the distance, then what are the two things that we have to know? Definitely we have to know the speed and we have to know the time. So you can say from this, if we just cross multiply it, we will get this formula, distance covered is equals to speed into time. This is also a formula, just cross multiply it, distance is equal to speed into time. Okay. Similarly, if we also want to find out the time of an object, so time will be what? Distance divided by speed. Okay. If we want to find out the time, then time will be your distance divided by speed, that means d divided by s. Okay. And if we find out the distance, just cross multiply it. Okay. Here is nothing means 1, cross multiply it. So distance is equals to speed into time, that is written here, distance cover is equals to speed into time and time taken is equals to distance divided by speed. Okay. So these are also two very important formulas which we can conclude from the speed. Okay. So these things also remember students, these are also very helpful. Just remember this basic formula. This is the basic formula, that speed is equals to distance divided by time. From this you can easily just derive these two formulas. Okay. Okay, so this is one thing. Now let us discuss a very common thing, very familiar thing that you have already seen. Okay. Now, is there any device which can record the speed directly? So I hope you are very familiar with this picture. If you have a bike, if you have a scooty, if you have a car, whatever vehicle you have, you can easily find out this speedometer. Okay, this kind of structure. Okay. So you must have seen a circular meter or dial fitted on the top of a scooter, motorcycle or on the dashboard of a car, definitely, or bus, etc. So this is called speedometer. Why it is called speedometer? Because it can record the speed directly in kilometer per hour. Very important. It can measure the speed directly in kilometer per hour. Students, focus, it measures the speed in kilometer per hour, not in meter per second. Okay. So as it measures the speed, that's why we call it as speedometer. Okay. Now if you observe it carefully, you will find the speed mentioned in kilometer per hour is written in one corner. Okay. So definitely the speed will be written in one corner. There is another meter that gives the distance traveled by the vehicles in kilometer. It is called odometer. This type of thing. Okay. So two types of things are there. One is odometer, second one is speedometer. So what is the difference between these two? Speedometer always measures the speed. Okay. But odometer always measures the distance in kilometer. Okay. It measures the speed in kilometer per hour and this measures the speed only in kilometer. Okay. So this is the basic difference between this speedometer and odometer. Okay. Clear? So I hope students it is clear to you. Okay, very good. So this question will it may come in your examination that write down two differences between speedometer and odometer. I hope you can write it. So don't confuse between these two. Speedometer means it can measure the speed, odometer means it can measure the distance only. Okay. So just have a look. Okay. So next thing is distance time graph. Okay. So how to plot the distance time graph and how we can do the plottings and pictorial form of distance time graph, all the things we will discuss in our next class. So students, that's all for today's class. I hope you like the lecture. Okay, so students, thank you all. In the next class or next video lecture, we will discuss from here. Okay, that's all.